America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Quick update. Kai is a big humper. He's overstimulated.
Level up. Can I see where's my crush? I will not judge.
Hello, welcome and good morning, and welcome to, well, I guess whatever edition this is of the Wake Up with Jacob series. Hello, good morning. Had to play the chicken dying. It's what it felt like happened on the midweek game Wednesday. Apologies, by the way, for no content lately. Life has been crazy. I've been doing a bunch of things, working, as you know. And then I was going to stream last night, and, well, my internet was out. So, internet acting a lot like Tottenham Hotspur, not available. And apologies for the wet hair. Like I said, I was at work. But good morning to those of you in the UK. Good evening to those of you in Australia or in that time zone. And good Nacht. Good night to those hanging out in America. I'll be honest, the way it feels lately, I was feeling good, feeling great, immaculate, some might say. And then, you know, a lot of people are pretty upset about what they saw versus City. Can I talk? City. And I'll be honest, pretty disappointed to not be able to score a goal is my first thought. Second thought is, you know, Man City are on there trending upwards. We're trying to trend upwards. And it really sucks to not get a point, I'll be honest. I think we deserved a point. Should have had one. When you look at the table, the gap between us, which is in 13th, to Aston Villa, which is in 10th, is 9 points. So we need to be perfect for 3 games and hope that Villa, Fulham, Brighton, Bournemouth, well, even Fulham, Brighton, it doesn't, well, no, I guess Fulham, it matters. If all 3 of them start dropping some points, we'll be all right. I mean, but once we get closer, points-wise, I actually feel pretty good about it. But obviously versus City, that's one of those you want to get some points back. They obviously move up to, well, I guess they stay in 4th because Chelsea also did win as well. So they went back up to 5th. Newcastle's in there. They're pretty good. So when you look at the top 6, which is Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, Man City, Chelsea, and Newcastle, I think all of those teams can finish above us. However, that 7th spot, I think, is going to be a fight between us, Fulham, and Bournemouth. Aston Villa, us, Bournemouth is what I think. Maybe Brighton even. I mean, Brighton's had 3-game win streak. So it'd be interesting to see. We'll get into it. We'll discuss. I've got a lot of bookmarks and stuff I want to get through too, so we'll try and be quick and succinct with all of that fun stuff. As you know, I like to do here on United Spurs of America. So let's see who's in the house real quick before we keep on going. Let's see who we got here. Big up Jordan says, doubt I'll be awake for the stream, but big up anyway as always. Big up Jordan. Hopefully you're watching this back on playback, and hopefully you're feeling fantastic. Mr. Link is going to bed. Smash a like on the way in, you frauds. Appreciate that. Make sure you are smashing a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. It's like every day we gain 3 subscribers, lose 2 subscribers. It's kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. YouTube will be YouTube, I suppose. Big up Nija. Ooh, that's Kunle. Hello. Who's trying to wake up with Jacob, though? Hey, that's what? Is Jacob even awake? I mean, he supports Spurs. So, you know what you sound like, Ninja?
Shake that money maker in my face. It's a favor. Ooh, I love your misbehavior. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back.
Yeah, that's what you sound like to me right now. But big up to you over there in that big old continent of yours. Making good time is here. Big up, Jacob. Don't know how long I'll be able to stay for this either, but very disappointed about the City match. Can't believe we didn't score a single goal. It is pretty disappointing, I can't lie, because you look at their goals conceded, 37, and before we played them, we were at 38. So, we conceded one more goal than them, and a lot of people think that our defense is very, very leaky. So that would lead me to believe that Man City's, as well as Chelsea's with 36, that they can be got at. And it's unfortunate that we didn't get to them. You're right. I agree with you. Pick up Sean Hurl. Howdy, Jacob. Morning from Scotland. Weird to have no men's team this weekend. Was quite heartened by the second half on Wednesday. Good luck to our girls this weekend. Good luck to the ladies each and every week. And big up Nova. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Hope you're too blessed to be stressed. Congratulations to Archie Gray winning Young Footballer of the Year at the London Awards tonight. That is true. That is true. I did I did have a couple of things on that, actually. So without further ado, I guess, Sean Hurl, you're making sure we get to it. I fucked it up. So this is the video, apparently, someone took of the announcement that he got the
winner is Archie Gray.
Just a fucking guitar solo and everything. Where is he? There he is. I guess he's right here. I don't know. No, there he is. He's on stage getting his award. Okay, that's nice. Big up Archie Gray, Young Footballer of the Year. Come on now. Ainge won an award last year. Vicario won an award last year, and we're keeping the tradition going. And that's very nice to see. Speaking of nice to see, Adrian Chia's in the house, and it's not a FIFA stream, and they're here with the super chat anyway. Big up to you, Adrian Chia. Big up, Mr. J. Where's the biscuit and honey? Well, you know how it goes, especially if you super chat it. You asketh, and you shall receive it.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
There you go. I even let the whole clip run just for you, Adrian. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Shoshi, big up Shoshi. Not gonna lie, I'm fecked up right now. Are we winning, Jacob? Oh, fuck yeah, we're winning. Our next match is versus AZ Alkmaar. AZ Alkmaar, which last time we played them was a 1-0 win. I believe it was a penalty goal that was the one. So I think we should. It's at their ground, so the return fixture's at our ground. We don't do too well on the road. We did beat them 1-0, but that was at our ground. So I understand the sentiment of maybe not. But look, when we lose, small margins. When we win, large margins. Well, I guess outside of that Liverpool match. And then we got Bournemouth. And that, for me, is a 6-pointer. That term that they like to use, 6-pointer? For me, Bournemouth is just that, because they are above us in the table. Anyone who is above us in the table, for me, we have to get 3 points versus. So Bournemouth with a plus 13 goal differential, just one under ours. So they're sitting 7th with 43 points. So they're 10 points above us right now. Bournemouth, the Cherries. Let that sink in, folks. Let that sink in. You've been supplying plenty of content, Jacob. Make sure you rest, man. Big up. Yeah, I try to make sure I get, a day off or two, something like that, so I can go on and kick back. Big up Compost Smurf. Mud Brothers back on the same points. Hopefully we both scam our way to a Europa final. I don't want to see United in the final, to be honest, because I feel like if we saw you guys in the final, given the magnitude of it all, I don't like our chances versus United, because United have that H word that we love so much. Heritage is football heritage. Sean Hurl with a tweet in the chat. Let me see. What is this? Oh, Men's Young Player of the Year, Archie Gray, on what winning means to him. Oh, and if he's ever been a chicken. Okay, so there's a nice little interview with.
Different, it's a big jump from
from Leeds in the Championship to the Premier League, and the amount of games that we've had this year, it's definitely been a challenge. But I'm grateful for the manager trusting me and putting me in these different positions. And I'd always, I don't really care. I've said it in loads of interviews. I don't really care where I play or what position I was on the pitch. I'll always work my hardest, and it's.
Wait, so Archie Gray says he doesn't care what position he plays on the pitch. He's always going to work his hardest. But that's not what Spurs YouTube tells me. Spurs YouTube says that he's upset and he's getting stifled and his growth is not happening because he's being used in so many different ways. I mean, we could keep going on and on about what the Wan Wan says, what the Costco guys tell you. They're facts. Facts are he's a midfielder. Well, he doesn't seem to mind. He really don't. No rest till Bilbao, baby. Trophy ain't coming. Come on, Sean Hurl. That's A. There's only one way to look at that trophy.
Bring your friends, it's fun to lose and play pretend it's overboard and selfish. All no, I know the dirty word. Hello, 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 hello.
The key word there is hello. Say hello to that trophy. Hopefully we get to say hello to that thing. It'll be an uphill battle, but a lot of people were upset about the rotation on the weekend. They say, oh, you got 8 days until yada yada, but then they forget the accumulated amount of workload, I think. So to see some of the boys get a rest, I think was good for them. It was clear that when they came on the pitch, they looked a little fresh, so no rest till Bilbao, baby. Unless you're a player, then we're going to rest you on the Premier League matches. Well done to Archie. He's been such a star for us. Much deserved, says Making Good Time. MK Dave, Ange's Honey Sauce. Hey, yo. That's a crazy comment. Born to Lose. Big up, Jacob. Love your shows. Who of our current squad would you have on the back of your next Spurs shirt? Jed Spence. Jedi. The Return of the Jed. I'll be honest. If the rumored away kit is that all black kit, I'm gonna get that with Jed Spence and his new number. Or if he stays on 24, I'll get 24. I don't give a damn. But Jed Spence is absolutely next. If not, by default, I just go to Sun. That's always a good choice too. Love that Archie won the award. Shush the dudes. I've seen on Twitter saying he's been our worst signing. He's shushing a lot of haters. I'm looking at Elijah from Too Much of E. He's got that agenda on Archie Gray. And guess what? Archie Gray just won an award.
It's always the same. Wherever the manager puts me on, he always knows best, and I believe in him 100%. So wherever he puts me, I'll do 100% and work my hardest on the pitch. So.
It feels like you are like the utility, the ultimate utility man in that Spurs back line, right back, centre back, holding midfield. Wherever you go, you seem to slot in nicely.
Thank you, but I've got a lot to learn, and
you slot in nicely is what he just said, which is crazy. Suit measured. What's up, dude? Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? You doing all right? How you feeling tonight? That's a new name in the chat, but you're referencing one of the clips, so I'll give you a taste.
Excited.
Big up. Indiana Stones is in the house. Our young bucks do make me giddy for the future. I'm not going to lie. Giddy up is what a cowboy would say to the horse. And if you're feeling giddy, only way is up, baby. How about that? Damn, you should have done the I want you, baby. I'm going to make you sleep for 3 days super chat. I should have. Maybe the next super chat that comes in, I'll go ahead. I'm going to make you sleep for 3 days, my baby. Just let me eat you one time. Big up Aspasia. Big up Jacob. Big up Aspasia. How you doing? Hey, the show that you asked for is allegedly supposed to be happening tomorrow. Anyway, let's see what else Archie says.
Every game, I can learn something different. I always watch the games back and analyse, and I've always got people telling me what I can do better and stuff like that. And it's a credit to the coaches. They've been helping me out, and especially the people on the pitch. The centre backs, especially when I've been playing there. Ben, Kevin, Kuti, Mickey. They've always put me through every game, and it would have been difficult if I didn't have them people who are such leaders and had such good experience in the game and helped me out. I wouldn't have been able to do it. So yeah.
How'd you deal with the tough moments? Because there's been highs, there's been a lot of lows this season for Spurs.
Yeah, definitely. I think something that's always stuck with me. My dad always told me, you know, not to get too high when we're winning games and doing well and stuff like that, and not to get too low, not to get, you know, under the weather and stuff like that when we're losing. And you know, I think that's helped me the most, just staying in that middle ground.
You know, that's nice. That's a nice sentiment there, because as one of the players on the pitch, whenever things are called against him or called for him, you wouldn't know the difference, because his reaction to refereeing decisions. So I thought the referee versus City was absolutely atrocious. He was an absolute fucking bozo. For those of you listening, I was actually watching the game while on the phone with Paul Hotspur Hippie. So we watched the game together virtually. We synced up our time and we were reacting in real time with each other. And we were just enjoying the Spurs match and a little bit of each other's company and jokes. But one of the things we kept seeming to go back on was the ref and just how awful the fucking decisions were. But, you know, I don't like to use that as an excuse, because it is just that, an excuse. And an update. I've been asking the age-old question: what's the difference between an excuse and the difference between a reason? Like, if there's a genuine reason for something, is that an excuse, or is it just a reason for things being a certain way? You know, if my leg is broken, I say I can't run in the race this weekend. I broke my leg. That's a legitimate reason why I can't. Now, if I broke my leg 3 years ago and I'm saying I can't go on the marathon now, but I'm rehabbed and I'm doing fine, then it's an excuse. So it's like, I was asking my wife, and I was asking her, like, what's the genuine difference between a reason and an excuse? Because I struggle with this in life and in Tottenham, because I don't know, you know, people say, oh, I'm tired of the injury excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a genuine reason why shit is not great. So I just don't understand the notion. It's like, oh, well, you can't use that as an excuse. It's really not. It's just a genuine reason, in my opinion. And it's tough out here for someone like me who wants to hear people talk about Tottenham, but not just completely shit on my club. And with Paul leaving, it definitely makes it tougher. But I did get to enjoy the game with him. And there's another channel that I found, and I think that's a very good channel. So I'll pull it up later and show y'all before the show ends. Someone please remind me of the new channel that, well, I don't know how new they are, but I saw them. Maybe it was Sean who streamed with them. I can't remember who streamed with him. I think it was Sean from Spurs Talk Show. So big up Sean. I saw him there, and then I went to his channel and subscribed. And then after the loss versus City, he dropped a video that I thought was very nice. So I want to take a quick look at that later.
Ground and not getting too carried away with anything, and like I said, not getting too sad or whatever it is. That's helped me stay mentally strong. And you know, ultimately, there's so many games this season. You can't dwell on being too happy or being too sad about the result. So you've always just got to look to the next one. So
big up, Omar.
Forget the serious stuff. How's it been bedding into life?
Just now that they're moving off of the serious stuff, I just want to say, what a well-composed young man. He speaks very fucking well for an 18-year-old child. My wife and I were watching a really sad, fucking super sad documentary about Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito or Patino? I don't remember her name. But she was 22 years old, and we just kept calling her a child. So to me, 18 years old, you are a fucking child. Maybe I'm just reaching that age where it's like, I'm old and wise, but I don't feel very wise. I just feel old. And yeah, I think that for a young man, he's a literal child. He's very, very well spoken, got a very level head on his shoulders. This was something that I was actually really excited about when we first signed Archie Gray, was because his grandfather was a professional footballer. His daddy was a professional footballer. He is a professional footballer. His brother is a professional footballer. This motherfucker is from a lineage of professional footballers. So there's going to be a lot of wisdom passed down through the generations. And there's going to be a lot of like this adult level-headedness, this like complete understanding of the situation we're in, yet continually trying to improve on himself, remaining humble whilst confident in yourself. Like, that takes a lot. And to even get to the grand stage that he's at right now has taken one hell of a foundation that he can stand upon and grow from. But, you know, everyone was saying this was a bad signing. Should have loaned him back to Leeds. I heard that how many times from how many different fucking people. Well, Sean, spoiler alert, that's exactly the channel I was talking about. Was Oso Spurs. That's exactly the fucking channel that I was talking about. Let's see, I was gonna pull up their video, and I thought that it was a good little poignant video. If I go to my history, I can see it there. Yeah, so the title of it, Why This Spurs Defeat Actually Made Me Excited. This video here I was watching. So make sure you like and subscribe to Oso Spurs. I mean, 7,000 views. This is a very, very good video. So I'm glad to see good videos getting a lot of views, a lot of engagement. I was the 369th like. How about that? That's very nice. Good morning, Dirty Sanchez. How are you doing? Jacob, you should do a standing ovation for me as league winner. Well, when you win it, I will. How about that? Amazing that Archie's so level-headed. I agree with that. At his age, neither was I. I just hope we can hang on to him. He's clearly ambitious and he has talent to go to the very top. This is one of those sticking points for me. That's absolutely agree. I hope we can hold on to him. But he's ambitious and he wants to win, and he's going to be a winner, whether it's here or elsewhere. I just hope that we're able to capitalize on it here. How many times have we seen fucking ballers come through here, go somewhere else, find success? Even mid players, like players who couldn't cut it here, go on and win stuff. So, you know, you got to hope that at some point the tides are going to fucking change. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Archie Gray's a good shout for his shirt as well. Not going to lie. If we have 2 good shirts next year, I might get Archie Gray as well. Faz Radfire in the house. Big up, Jacob. Hope you're well. Please say hello to Paul from us when you speak to him. Peace and love. I will absolutely do that, Faz. Hopefully you're well. Oh, so Spurs are good, level-headed? Yes, absolutely agree. His brother Harry is shaping up to be quality striker. You know what I think about Harry as a striker? I love me a Harry striker, and that's not an AO.
Life here in London.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. Obviously, it's different to living in Leeds, and you know, there's so much going on, and it's such a.
He says obviously it's different living in Leeds to London. I don't think it's obvious. To me, it sounds the same. I imagine everyone drinks tea everywhere. I know when I watched that Leeds documentary years ago, where is it? I forgot the area that it's called. Hertfordshire? No, I think I make up too many fucking names for you. What is it called? God dang it. Leeds is part of the blank area. Anyway, fucking think about it. It'll hit me in the middle of the night.
Especially when you go to the centre of London compared to the centre of Leeds, it's like you can't even walk around, and I'm enjoying it at the moment, to be fair. You know, I've always got
Yorkshire. That's what it is. Yorkshire. Thank you, Chills. Thank you. Yorkshire pudding. Yorkshire Ripper. And Yorkshire Leeds. Yes, everyone with the Yorkshire. Yorkshire. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Because I was not going to lie. I was going to bug the fuck out of me. That's going to absolutely fuck. Just more hustle and bustle, not much different. Yeah, I don't know what the difference would be. He says, obviously it's different. It's not that obvious to me, Archie, but hey, c'est la vie. London's actually quite a boring place. Overrated? Interesting. I can't wait to visit personally. I can see another Bale situation with Archie Gray. He's proven himself already and still growing. Now, there's one thing that has happened this season despite our shitty form is a lot of rivals have taken notice of certain players like Lucas Bergvall, like Archie Gray, like Jed Spence. I'm hearing Man City people talking about buying Spence in the summer. If we sell Spence in the summer to Manchester City, I'm going to be fucking livid. I'm going to be livid. I might be a wah-wah. I'll be so honest. If we sell Jed Spence to City in the summer...
Hello, my name is a huge piece of shit, kids.
That's literally how I feel about Tottenham, I swear. Should come to Liverpool. No. And he should stay at Tottenham. We should give him the number 2, and we should let him start over whoever he wants to start over, whether that be Destiny, whether that be Pedro Porro. I really don't care, because defensively he's better than both of them, and going forward he's arguably better than both of them. So I will be more than wah wah if we sold Jed Spence to City in the summer. I swear to God. If we had 15 Jed Spences on our team, we would never lose a game, because this is a guy that Ainge tested and Ainge unlocked him. And everyone's going to say, oh, he did this despite Ainge trying to ice him out, whatever that narrative is. Or what is it? Ice him out. They tried to give him the cold turkey. They tried to give him the cold shoulder, or whatever it is. Quite frankly, the narratives are annoying, because all the people who are saying that Ainge did Jed Spence wrong are forgetting the fact that whenever the away fans were verbally abusing Ainge, calling him a fat see you next Tuesday, you know what Jed was doing? Telling them all to shut the fuck up. And he was going out there defending Ainge. So for me, he loves Ainge. Ainge tested him and unlocked a piece of him, and now we're getting the best of him. So thank you, Ainge Postecoglou, for that. And hopefully we don't fucking sell him to City, because that will suck. I'm tired of our fullbacks going to City and then winning a bunch of fucking trophies, and then we don't get done. I hate it. As an American, I like London. They have great art museums. Saw some OG Van Gogh. Ooh. And the metro is easy to figure out. I'd go again. Honestly, Jacob, you'd like. Okay. Thank you for the rec. I don't think there's anything anyone could say other than, like, if, you know, like a war broke out. But if I have the chance, financials to go, hopefully take my family with me, I'll be out there. I'll be out there. You know I'll be out there. I'll be drinking some coffee too. Give me some coffee and some Tottenham. I love that random thumbs up. Yeah, I guess whenever I do a thumbs up, it gives a thumbs up. Sometimes. There it goes. See? That's nice. Spence is a Londoner. Londoner. Londoner is Spence. I don't know Londoner. A London person. Big up, Jacob. Just woke up on the way to work. Must be early there. Big up, 7. Good to see you back in the house, my friend. Long time no see. It is midnight 48. We are approaching 1 a.m. So won't be on for too long. But let me get back to this stuff.
Always got my family around, my girlfriend around, so.
Oh, he's got a girlfriend.
What's your favourite part?
Chilling at home. Yeah, boring answer, but don't really do much, to be fair. So yeah.
Any secret spots you want to tell us about? Any nice places you go out for a bit of a coffee, a bit of lunch?
I'm going to have to ask you that question, because, again, I've not really been out much.
The Chick King now. Let's talk about that. So Nick, who's...
No, I'm not going to talk about Chick King. Thank you, Sean, for sharing that with us. And obviously want to give our flowers to Archie Gray, who's been absolutely fantastic. Utility guy, is that what they're saying? I saw this tweet, thought it was funny. No Tottenham Hotspur this weekend. And this is... Wait, is there a song playing? Yeah, there is. It's a Jennifer Lopez song that's playing. So I'm going to try and talk over. And she's like, no, wait. I don't want any. I don't want anything to drink. But it's actually... a celebration, because we get a little bit of rest. I think it's a good little respite. I don't know if y'all saw this as well. Ed Sheeran gifted Sonny a guitar after we absolutely murdered Ipswich. It says, Sonny, I don't know what this says. Plug this guitar if you want. Something, plug this guitar if you want. Tan, neuter, massive. Oh, Sonny, massive fan. Something, plug this guitar in if you want. What? I don't get it. I don't understand. And he writes like shit, I'll be honest. Ed Sheeran, you fucking bitch. Okay, so this is one tweet that I'll go for first. Big up Zumac. Dude, want to play this clip for you.
Answer is yes. Haha, you're fucked. All right, no. Haha, you're fucked. Don't talk over me. Let me finish.
Don't talk over me. Let me finish. Big up Shoshi for the super chat. Always supporting the channel. Always in the chat. Says for the trip across the pond fund. Thank you so much. After YouTube take their chunk of it, that'll be about $5-6 towards the fund. So we're forever saving, since I've been working more and stuff, I am saving a little bit more money. So that's nice. Once we save up a little bit, then I'll have the ability for expenditures. So thank you for helping the channel out, helping everything. Always being here, supporting regardless. Appreciate that. Oh, Marshall, yeah, you're right. I did forget that.
Just let me eat you one time. Just let me eat you one time. And I guarantee you're gonna ask me to stay to your house. You're gonna sleep for 3 days, my baby. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make you cry.
How you gonna show us?
Jacob, you have to win the Europa League for the final AFC meltdown. That'd be fantastic. I do need that. Like I need air to breathe, god dang it. Because then it's funny because I try to listen to Spurs channels and try to hear what people are saying and get a taste of both sides of the coin here. And it's interesting because people say that in order for this season to not be a failure, Ainge has to do something that hasn't been done by a Tottenham manager for over 40 years, which is win a Europa trophy. So in order for this season to not be a waste, he has to, which is crazy thought to me, but I do need that trophy. I do need that. I will be honest. I saw this, I guess, in regards to the match. It says, seeing people say Bergvall, Danso, and even Archie Gray were shit, I'm convinced I don't watch the same game as some of these guys. And I'll be honest, I walked away from that match thinking Bergvall was impressive, Danso was always impressive, and Archie Gray was pretty damn good too. And I was seeing the same thing. There's pretty mixed reviews. People were pretty enjoying saying that Madison was somehow good, but Bergvall was not. And Madison is supposed to be our creative guy, but I didn't see any creativity. The props me and Paul were giving him during the match were he was getting stuck in a few times. He was putting his body on the line. And in the first 5 minutes, every time he was taking physical contact, he wasn't acting like a little bitch about it. So that was very nice. But then as the game wore on, he kept wearing on the ref. But then honestly, I started agreeing with him because the ref was absolutely atrocious. So I thought he could have been better. I think Bergvall, there was one mistake that Bergvall made that stood out to me. I mean, I'm not saying that's the only mistake that he made, but for me, I just remember the one, and it led to, I think, a clear-cut chance for them that they either fluffed or that it did lead to a goal. I can't remember. But Bergvall did have that one moment. And again, as an 18-year-old, I'm going to be pretty all right with the Southern Ferries. Huh? As a Southerner, I don't get why we'd hate the North, but I don't know what that means. People expected a worldly flawless performance. They don't live in the real world. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Oh, okay, giving us little leads. Little Yorkshire understanding. A little bit of Yorkshire in the pudding. Jacob, when we win the Europa, where are you having the beautiful cup tattooed on you? I've saved some room. I have some real estate on this arm, but if the design that I want is too big, so you see that? There's some real estate right there. But if the design that I want is too big, well, this whole arm is free. So we'll find somewhere. We're going to get it done. And it'll be a fantastic, beautiful piece that no one will ever be able to forget, especially not me or my family. And they can hold that. But I don't know. What did y'all think of Bergvall, Danso, and Archie Gray? I didn't think that they were shit. I thought that they were some of our better performers. And then also when Spence came on, he just added a clear change in dynamics and dangerousness going forward. Is that a word I can say? Bergvall was a bit rash. The Tell got a lot of hate as well. I thought he was pretty non-existent. But then again, there was something I said to Paul around the 60th, 70th minute, which was, damn, I actually kind of feel sorry for Tell. Motherfucker just been running around for 60 minutes chasing the ball. He was, the leading man in that press. And it's tough when you're pinning City back and you're forcing them to play out of the back. They're very good at that. They like building from the back. So obviously they're going to be very comfortable when we're pressing them. And from a Tell perspective, I felt kind of bad for him. I felt like, wow, poor guy. Just running around, chasing the see ball, chase ball. And then you could kind of see after 60 minutes, the real desire to press became almost non-existent. It was just, I felt bad for the guy. I can't lie. Felt bad for Tell. But he wasn't good. I didn't think anyway. What are y'all saying about Danso? Danso has balls. Yeah, he does. He's a grown-ass man. And that's the thing. When he's out there playing, I think that he just looks like a hell of a player. Like, he's got there's a couple times he goes forward and he leaves some space behind him, but I think that's kind of what we want our center backs to do, which is a ball winning, and he goes forward too. Two headers that were very good headers versus City as well. I think he's got a hell of a neck. Is that a neck? So you can hit that ball like that? That motherfucker's a beast. I like Danso a lot. I can't lie. He's already better than Dragusin for me. Maybe that's recency bias. I don't know. But I'm a big Danso fan. I cannot lie. I need me some Danso. I said Danso close with one of those headers. And I thought that was a good little joke. Paul didn't laugh whenever I cracked the joke, but, c'est la vie, I suppose. Love Danso, massive thighs too. Well, hey, that goes hand in hand with being a fucking beast. Being a tank. Yeah. Danso, crucial mistake in build up to goal, out of position when ball to Erling Haaland came over, but he's a monster. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing that I think I was alluding to. And that's not the first time where he's been a little higher up than maybe he should have been, and that space was there. And when you have a lethal finisher forward like Erling Haaland, well, he's going to make you pay. Some of the other teams haven't made us pay, but Erling Haaland is one of those that will make you pay. Yeah. A Tell Solanke partnership is going to do great things with Dom's ability to hold up play and Tell playing off him. That's true. I thought Odebert had some nice moments, but then he was kind of doing the same thing over and over, and it got kind of predictable, and people were taking advantage of it. I was kind of excited for a little bit to see Odebert and Tell play together, because they have played together at the French under whatever French side. And I wanted to see Odebert's a player that wants the ball at his feet and wants to run with the ball at his feet. And I like that. I like a player who wants to do that. Brennan Johnson actually showed a couple moments as well where I thought that he showed a desire to run with the ball at his feet. And that's not something I've seen from him a whole bunch. So maybe he's getting a little motivated with all the new faces coming in and all the healthy bodies. I do want to say something real quick, because I want to get the negative out of the way so we can keep on with the good vibes. I'm going to show you our bench. And this guy right here, Timo Werner, came onto the pitch. When I tell you how upset I was with the starting lineup, not the starting lineup, excuse me, the squad sheet, because the starting 11, I understood. As much as I wanted to see Jed Spence start, I understood why he did not. So I was perfectly fine with the 11. But for me, I have a hard time accepting two things about this Timo Werner shit. Because number one, Mikey Moore gets left off of the squad. And to me, I love Ainge, but I will slap him across the mouth for that. Because the fuck is wrong with you leaving Archie Gray off of the squad sheet for Timo Werner? Are you fucking kidding me? And I kept telling Paul how angry I was and how much it made me mad. And he said, well, we don't know what's going on. This or that could be happening. It's like, no, he's on the bench last game, and then he's not on the bench this game. He didn't even play last game, and he hasn't been playing, and he hasn't been getting that many minutes. And for me, Mikey Moore is such a dynamic player that I want to continue to water that plant and see what he can grow into, because it's a very exciting young prospect for me, as well as the Ajayi kid. There's two kids right there that I was pretty excited to see. And then the second thing that really upset me about the match was, in the moment that you bring on Timo Werner, the 82nd minute, I'm looking at Dane Scarlett watching Timo Werner get ready, and Dane Scarlett looks fucking pissed. Dane Scarlett looks like someone just pooped in his cornflakes. And I'll be honest, I don't give a shit whether he thought Timo would change the dynamic or get at that back post for a tap in. I'm honestly pretty baffled, and it's hard to like understand how Timo Werner not only gets in over Mikey Moore, but then he gets to touch the pitch and Dane Scarlett does not. Dane Scarlett has 3 GA in 2 games that he's played. So for me, I like to see more of Dane Scarlett as well. I care more about what happens with Dane Scarlett, Mikey Moore, or any fucking kid in the academy than I do with Timo Werner. Timo Werner, as soon as the fucking window is open, I hope we send him back in business class. Or wait, what's the regular people class? The standard class? I don't know. There's the classes. But for me, I have a hard time wrapping my head around the Mikey Moore shit. Was there a reason why Mikey Moore was left off, or are you speculating? He may be carrying a knock, which is speculation, but there has to be a reason Moore was left out. He might have been sick. Neil Shafton, this is exactly what Paul was saying to me on the phone when I was going wah wah. Like I say, sometimes I wah wah. I'll be honest, because I see things and they upset me. Like Mikey Moore off of the team sheet, and Timo Werner's name is on the team sheet. I don't know why. I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. I don't want to say he's carrying a knock or he has a virus, and I don't want to speculate and say that it's like Ainge fucking hates Mikey Moore or something, but clearly he thought that you take Mikey Moore out of it, it's clear that he thought Timo Werner could give us something on the pitch that Dane Scarlett could not, and I just don't know if I believe that. I don't. So I'm upset about that, I'll be honest. But that's not to say that if Mikey Moore came on the pitch, or even Dane Scarlett, that we would have won that game. I did not like that. I wasn't upset about the 11. Again, let me reiterate. I was not upset about the 11. I totally understood the rotation, and you know what a beautiful sight it was in the 67th minute to see Heung-min Son, Jed Spence, Sarr, and Kulu come onto the pitch, because we needed it maybe 7 minutes earlier, maybe 10 minutes earlier, who knows? Maybe at halftime you could have made a couple of the subs like Spence, because I thought Destiny was not good in that first half. I thought Pedro Porro wasn't good in that first half. Pedro Porro, the really good thing that he offers is those balls. And I'm not talking, God damn it. The balls. His ability to cross the ball. Let me say it that way. So I don't mean to shit completely on Pedro Porro, but there is a fucking trend, and it's that we concede goals off of their actions from their left, which is on our right-hand side, which means either Brennan Johnson or Pedro Porro, both, or Kulusevski, or all three, are just failing to get into the position of doing something defensively to stop the goals from coming in from that side. And for me, it's a trend that's been going on for quite some time. So I do not like Pedro Porro defensively. Destiny wasn't shining himself with glory defensively. Going forward, I think 2 times. But then again, Odebert wasn't really passing him the ball. There was times where he was inverting and no one passed him the ball, and he's making those runs and no one passes it. So for me, I just thought in that first half I was pretty disappointed with Destiny. I was pretty disappointed with Pedro Porro, and I would have put Spence on at that time. But that's me. Again, that's just me. I'm not a coach. But if I'm playing FIFA and I'm simulating and I'm watching that, and that's what I would do. That's not to say that's the right thing, but it is a good thing that we have like this abilities coming off of the bench. That's something we haven't had in a long fucking time. The ability to sub in 4 potential starters, it was nice. But yeah, bad move to bring on Werner. I mean, if you leave Mikey Moore out of the squad, I don't know. And Neil Shafton's right. I don't want to speculate why Moore was, left off of the squad, because I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend that I have some kind of knowledge that not all of us have access to, because that's just not true. And for me, I just struggle with accepting why and how that fucking happened. Werner's only there to rest players. I don't even want him there to do any of that. I think Ainge only out Werner out because Moore wasn't good to go after ripping Werner. What? I don't understand that comment. Timo doesn't get a seat. He goes in the cargo. I'd have started Scarlett against Ipswich, especially considering he was loaned there and hardly got a game. That would have been nice, a little chip on your shoulder to go get something from it. 10, 15 minutes into the game, he needed to make changes, but Ainge did stick to his word about resting Son, Kulu, Spence, and getting Odegaard some time and a few others some time. That is true. Odegaard played over 60 minutes, which is nice. I don't think he's done that literally since the very beginning that he got here. So that's nice to see. I didn't think he was particularly great, but again, he is coming back from injuries, working himself back. Same thing with Tell. Tell didn't play for how fucking long, and he was in the very large shadow of Harry Kane. So, yeah. Oh, Jacob, Destiny on a long road back, but he's coming back. You know I love Destiny. Sean, if you listen to this show long enough, you know how highly I rate Destiny. That's why I rate him up here. So when he's hitting here, he is on the road back. And he did come back he's had 2 surgeries in less than 24 months. So, yeah, he's going to have this period, maybe not that period, but this period that we're seeing right now. But that's what I'm saying is Spence right now is just better defensively, better going forward than both of the other fullbacks. I mean, going forward, I guess maybe you can make a debate of why not or why he does, but defensively, I don't hear any debate. Defensively, Jed Spence is the best fucking fullback we have, on form at least. Maybe not like ceiling-wise, Sean. This is the problem. Having an unsuitable player on big money, he's going to eat minutes from other players. Disgusting. If it's about money that he got to play, that's disgusting. Zumac, not sure about anyone else, but I can smell the monster Spurs team. We're almost at the point to be able to properly rotate. We're almost there. And once we have these players on form, the rotation will look even better. Think about Tell, Odegaard, Destiny, Bentancur off the bench. When Odegaard and Tell start getting and hitting on form, that shit gonna be real nice. I'll be real honest. And that'll be one hell of a rotating duo. Because, yeah, man, you know how long it's been since we've had that kind of rotation? It's crazy. It is crazy, like those eyes. Savinho is the City Werner. He actually had a couple good shots and a couple wayward shots. I thought he was kind of dangerous. I don't know if he's the City Werner. I wouldn't go that far. He's just not all there yet. Man, I don't know why, but I got so mad when Doku bodied the fuck out of Poro. Dude, he put that thing on him. He put that thing on him. Fucking Jeremy Doku. I've got this on Doku. Look at what Jed Spence commented. And this is, again, I felt like, if anyone watched the preview, you knew that I was saying start Jed at the right back because Doku, Grealish, whoever they start there is going to get locked the fuck up by Jed Spence, and it's inevitable. Savinho on the left, it doesn't matter. Whoever the fuck, wherever Jed is, he's going to lock him up. If he can lock up Mo Salah, shit, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. And he's hungry. So here's Doku, looks like Lil Wayne's brother, with the Player of the Match award. And Jed Spence says, "We'll meet next time." ... That's that shit. This motherfucker, he commenting. He talking about, "I'll see you, buddy." Because if he had started versus Jeremy Doku, he wouldn't have done shit. He would not have done shit. But I don't know Jed Spence's fitness levels because think about the last few months. Jed Spence has been very heavily relied on. He's been playing all 90 minutes on the left and on the right in all different ways. So for me, I fucking love Jed Spence, man. And it's nice. It's so nice when you throw a million darts into the dark and one of them sticks in the likes of... How many times in the summer have I said, it would be so great if we got a resurgence from X player or Y player? And most recently it was in Ndombele, and then it was Jed Spence. When I saw a picture of them two before the tour, I was like, man, it'd be great if they could make a resurgence under Ainge. And then Tanguy Ndombele obviously worked out the way it did. Jed Spence was loaned out that entire year. And then the next summer I said the same thing. God, it'd be great if he could get a resurgence, and look at where we're at now. So it's very nice. It's not an I told you so. It's a... I refused to be wrong until I was right. But, yeah, fucking A. I mean, think about the goof reel we have of Pedro Porro this year. him getting split open by Trossard, doing the splits on the goddamn. You remember the and then, oh no. That's a horrible, and it's versus Arsenal, bro. He got broken. Like, remember how Perisic broke Van Dijk a few years ago? He just hit him with the and then he went skirt, and he did the splits looking like a goddamn Raggedy Ann. What did I call it? Woody from Toy Story when Andy comes into the room, bleep, he just dropped dead, and then he gets bodied by Doku, and Doku is made fun of by every fan base, even City's fan base, and he gets player of the match versus us, and he puts his body on Poro like that. It was, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I ain't seen Jed Spence get broken like Woody from Toy Story. I ain't seen Jed Spence get bodied like Doku put that body on him. I ain't seen, even Destiny got split open once by Savinho. I ain't seen Jed Spence get split open by nobody. Letty and Puka. How you doing, Letty? Hi, Jacob. Talk to me. Hey, you already know. Talk to me nicely. Don't talk to me.
Pull up and make that boy cha-cha. Team slut. Cha-cha. Pull up and make that boy cha-cha. Nigga, he should have done from Mexicana. Yes, I mean.
Yeah. Spence was a Levy signing. Nobody wanted Spurs to sign him, so one right move by Levy. Absolutely. And that was Conte's first. This is not my signing. This is the club. The club likes to buy the players that are young. And then, we bought him for 20-some mil, and if City come in for 50 or 60, he will be sold, and it will suck. But I could see City this summer splashing 250 mil on all the players that they want. Robert Hardy Doku's a great player. I when he first got signed with City and I was watching him cook, I did keep up with him. I don't watch the French league, but what was that? It was a Stade Rennes was that or something like that in the French league. But I kind of kept up with him just because I had heard of him. And then he went to City and then he looked really good. And he does stuff that our wingers don't do. And then he kind of became a joke for a while because he was failing to do those things well. And then he gets player of the match versus us. The next tweet I want to go to is, let me remove this comment. What's up, Ravi? How you doing? By the way, have you seen Arsenal recently? Yeah, they 0-0 with West Ham Forest. That was funny. Big up everybody. I'm almost at an hour, so I do want to try and get through as many more tweets as I can. So this lady tweets, Ainge haters moaning again. And as you can see, I've liked it and bookmarked it because they're moaning, citing all of our losses this season, tweeting, quote, not good enough. Yeah, we fucking know it's not good enough, for fuck's sake. We had one of the worst injury crises in modern Premier League history and just lost 1-0 to one of the best teams in world football. Expectations need to meet reality. And I couldn't have put it better myself. I think I've said things like this in all of the rants that I do versus the counter argument, the fucking wham, chicken little skies falling, fucking Costco guys, know-it-all, truth, reality speaking sons of bitches. This is exactly what I've tried to say, but it's a very, very poignant, a very well-structured way of saying it. Like, yeah, we fucking know it's not good enough. Obviously, no one likes to lose. And they say, oh, like, whose show was I on? Oh, no, I was watching a show that Too Much of E was on. Too Much of E was on some channel. And it's one of those Chernobyl channels. It wasn't Chernobyl away, but it was a Chernobyl-esque. It's just one of those, mimicking echoey type of channels, but Elijah texted me saying that he was on there defending Ainge. So I was like, I'll tune in. I'll see what's up. And I tune in. And obviously I've got certain people blocked so they can't see what I say. And I can't see. It's mostly so I can't see what they say. Because like people like Scott M, y'all probably know, he used to be a moderator on this channel before he became fucking radiation poisoning central, to where he now emits his own radiation levels. But he just be saying the most outlandish shit. And I was in the chat and he says something like, what was it? Oh, he used a phrase that I used to describe him, which was a sad sack. Back in the day, I called him a sad sack because he was fucking wah. And I said, wow, Scott, you're a real sad sack. And then I found it very funny because he put a comment that said, the sad sack Ainge cultist something, something, something. And I didn't see it, but the dude's channel, he brought it up on the screen. And I saw it, you know, he brought it up for like 2 seconds, then put it down. And I saw it and I couldn't help but laugh my fucking ass off because it was Scott M saying, these sad sack Ainge cultists will never admit blah, blah, blah. They run from the argument or some stupid bullshit, right? But I just found it funny, you know, poetically ironic is what I think I said. But he couldn't see it unless, because I don't think that the guy pulled it up on his stream. But yeah, it's just funny, man. The amount of bitching and crying and it's the worst I've ever seen. Get this manager out of my club. It's just a bunch of wah. Yeah, and if you know about who's the OG of calling them sad sacks. That's what I'm saying. The sad sacks now saying you're a sad sack. You call someone, you say, wow, you're in the cult of Chernobyl. Well, Paul told me something on the phone today. He's like, whenever I come back, I'm going to coin this term. And I was like, damn, it's so good that I don't know if I'm going to not be able to say it. Because I was telling him the Scott M comment, and he was like, isn't it funny how, like, he's like, I called Chernobyl away, that channel. He said, I called them a cult years ago. And then now they just flipped it, Missy Elliott style, just flipped it and reversed it. No, you're in a cult. No, you're a sad sack. No, you're miserable. No, you're this and that, right? And so he was like, you know what? Whenever I come back to YouTube, I'm gonna flip it and reverse it on them. You know, the whole Ainge sexuals. He's like, I'm gonna start calling them Stel sexuals, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. Those Chernobyl away. So Scott M is a Stel sexual for sure. I just think about that comment. If I can remember what channel that is on, I'll screenshot it. But it was funny because he's saying sad sack cultist, and it was like, bro, are you talking about yourself? What are you doing here? Saggy sad sacks, bro. They got them sad sacks, man. You got to get that sack back. That's what you got to do. Big up to the person who called them sad sacks. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm friends with the monster. I don't know what your original name was. Maybe you did, and then I said it. But sad sack is a phrase that I've used a lot in life. But maybe I wasn't the first. Maybe someone was before me. But either way, it rings true. Whether now, then, or in the future, I'm sure the sacks will be sad. But let's see some of the replies. And just to get them, blah, blah, blah. Doku had him on toast. I do agree. Too many Spurs fans think we're Real Madrid or Arsenal in year 5 of a project. In reality, it's year 2 of a recent crisis, still with one makeshift center back and a young squad. Do agree with that. Was with you up until where you said they are one of the best sides. They were. They may get back there, but they are poor. I thought that they were pretty fucking good, to be honest. I thought that they've been looking pretty good since that loss to Real Madrid. But what do I know? Oh yeah. I told you that it's a UK TV show. I don't know if you want me to say your name because you haven't been sharing your name, but I was sent this a while ago. It's the Sad Sack Cult, and it's apparently some TV show in the UK, or an old TV show. I'm just a little kid, and I got a big ass head. I'm always crying, I cry every fucking day when I don't get my way. Where's that clip? I'm crying.
I'm just a fucking kid, and I got a big ass head. I'm always crying, I'm Caillou. I cry every fucking day when I don't get my way. Would you like to play? Cause I'm Caillou. I don't give a fuck about what you say. So mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're still one of the best. So he's saying it was stupid to rest Spence. There was also some other tweets that I had saved for. There it is. So this guy tweeted and said, dropping Spence is a fucking disgrace. Wrap it up however you want. Ridiculous. He needs resting. He's 24 and has hardly played any games compared to with, say, Poro. He's hitting his stride and showing no signs of fatigue. No game for 10 days, preposterous. Well, I would say this. Saying that Jed Spence doesn't need rest would be negating the fact that Pedro Poro needed rest. Players need rest. Certain players need to come in. Certain players need to work themselves back into fitness. I don't know. I don't think it's preposterous. Feeding Poro, woefully bad defensively to Doku instead of playing Spence, blah, blah, blah. So they're just hating on it. You can disagree, but he isn't dropped. Is he rested? To show, yeah, there you go. Wednesday to Thursday isn't 10 days no matter how you dress it up. Resting a 24-year-old hasn't played enough games all season. Behave. See, this guy's just very clearly like doesn't want to hear an oppositional approach. He's just behave. Resting 20. That's all you're saying is he's 24 years old. A 24-year-old can be fucking tired from the workload that he's had. And you say he hasn't played enough games all season, but he's been playing he's been our most instrumental player in the last however many months. 2, 3, would you say? Because let's look at in the Premier League. He played all February, played all January, played all December. And that's just in the Premier League. That's just his Premier League. So it's 3 months. Wait. December, January, February. That's 3 months. January, December. EFL played them too. Europa, no, nope. Sore spot there. And FA Cup. Well, to be fair, I guess he didn't play in the FA Cup this year. So in the last 3 months of the Premier League, he's been playing a shit ton. So he did need rest, whether this guy agrees or not. Is my point. Where was I at? Pep Guardiola. Wait, y'all aren't seeing that. Pep Guardiola on what he said to Jed Spence, a full-time quote. Why do you run too much? You should be more calm. Udogie is quite similar. The pace of this team is difficult too. Maybe Liverpool, but they are unbelievable, unbearable, and every time they have the ball and run, they're unstoppable. Spence, Poro, Udogie, Kulusevski's son. It's an incredibly physical team with a clear idea. They play really good. They played without Romero, Van de Veen, two of the best central defenders in the league. So again, the best manager that I've ever seen in my lifetime, him or Jose, they say Romero and Van de Veen, two of the best central defenders in the league. And he had nothing but good things to say about us because we were absolutely putting the fucking pressure on. Just, God dang it, why couldn't we get to the motherfucking thing? Why couldn't we get to the motherfucking thing? Hour 5 minutes. I'm going to keep trying to go here on the Twitter. I saw this. Which THFC player made the best impression against Man City? And they had a picture of Odobert. So I was like, maybe they're going to talk about Odobert in the comments. People say Poro. Bergvall, Danso were both good tonight. Jed Spence looked quite good after being subbed on. I agree with all that. Bergvall's shining. To be honest, Odobert made a huge difference on the left side, but for me, Matters stepped up in a big way. He's been criticized this season for his defensive output, but was the toughest player on the pitch. Muscling off Holland isn't easy. So, yeah, there was a couple times that he got stuck in, and I thought that Madison did a good job in those moments. But, again, overall, I don't think was that good for us yesterday, whatever day it was. Bentancur's back. Vicario's amazing again. Gray until that second ghost goal. Sarr, much better off the bench. That's another thing is Sarr, I didn't have the kindest of words to say with Paul. And when Sarr got subbed on, he did nothing but good stuff. And Paul made sure to remind me everything that I was saying. Danso, Bergvall, Poro should never start. He causes most of our problems. I agree with that. Spence brought on in the 65th minute. Let me say it again. Our best player right now. Yep, I absolutely agree. I thought Bentancur really kept us in the game at times. I thought so too. I thought Bentancur had a good game. That's a good point. I forgot about that. There was times he was getting stuck in well, winning the ball back for us, creating the chance going forward. Overall, I think it's Danso. He's defensively solid. Yeah, it's just that one goal, man. Odobert, Bergvall for me. Spence was really good. So, a lot of people kind of agree on the same thing there. Archie Gray also, he became the second player to make 20 Premier League appearances for Tottenham Hotspur before turning 19. Now he joins Aaron Lennon back in the year of 2006. So that's a very nice stat. Let's see, what else do I have here? Sonny being dropped is deserved, but Jed should be the first name on the team sheet, says Tans. And I bookmarked this from Ben Bowman because I agreed with him on this, actually. He says he's being rested. He's played as much football as Decky and Sonny after the last few months. The bedwetting from people is insane. Let me highlight that. The bedwetting from people is insane. They wet in that bed, not in a good way. I'd like him to play. He's been our best fullback this season, but Ainge starts to manage the squad and people still moan. Now, if Spence started and got hurt, a muscular injury, everyone would have been on Ainge's fucking throat about how dare you not rest him? How dare you? So I agree with that, Ben Bowman. Agree with what he said. And this was a funny reply someone sent to that same tweet of Sonny being dropped is deserved, but Jed should be the first name on the team sheet. And it says, this is the friend who doesn't like anything.
Restaurant and spend a bunch of money like for something we could probably make at home.
Shoot, we could just make something here then, I guess.
And then gotta go grocery shop and then take the time to actually cook the food and all that, bro.
What do you think, my friend? Well, it is the finest, most delicate chocolate in the world.
I'm fine without it. Is it just me or like?
I'm fine without it. This is our fan base. All right, that's our fan base. I already read that tweet. Oh, look at Ainge there. Well, I don't even care to talk about it. I think I said what I needed to say about the game. I think I did a pretty decent job for the most part there, talking about most of that. But look, I'm going to leave it there. We're just over an hour. I do want to keep these Wake Up with Jacobs just about an hour, 15 tops, hour. Don't want to do too much or just overkill it because I, want to allow the people the option like, hey, this is a decently short show, so maybe they'll watch it back on playback. At least that's what YouTube says we're supposed to do anyway. But, I fucking hate conforming. But again, before I end, I did want to shout out this channel right here, Oh So Spurs. If you're like me, you want Tottenham Hotspur content, but you don't want bitching, moaning, crying, whining, radiation poisoning, all the above, go check out Oh So Spurs. Good channel. This is a very good video. I'll put it in the link of the live chat right now. Go check out that video. Comment that I sent you. Or don't, who really cares? But just go check out the video because I think it's two level-headed people talking about the match, and it was very nice to see because with Paul leaving the space, it has made it very difficult to find shows that I can tolerate for more than 10 minutes, more than 5 minutes. It's tough, but we're out here. Oh, so Spurs is one of them. Go check them out. They've got some really good videos. So I definitely encourage you to go check them out. But anyway, that's going to do it here for the show. I appreciate y'all coming through. Let me shout out Adrian Chia, Sean Hurl, and Shoshi. Big up to the three of you for sending some super chats, supporting the show financially. Again, you can always like, subscribe, share the video. That helps the channel just as much, just not financially, but it is, you can't put $1 on that. So make sure, if you want to like and subscribe to the show, that you do. And tell your mother, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your uncle, your neighbor, the postman, the milkman, the DVD guy. Well, there's no DVD guys anymore, but you understand the sentiment. Share the channel with all of those people, or don't, who really cares. But we'll be live later today with a new show that we're going to be doing here on the channel. Don't know how often or how frequent. We're going to try to as much as possible, but a new show. So stay tuned for that. Big up Born to Lose. Great show, Jacob. Big up to the legends in the chat. Big up Born to Lose. Good to see you. Big up Chills, Espacia, Ian Bell just joined. And it's obvious to him as well. Yes, it is obvious. Big up Ian Bell. Hopefully you're doing well. Sean Johnstone, Jono. Hi, Jacob. Good to see you as always. Jed Spence must be nailed on far as England call-up, don't you think? I do think so. I do agree with that. Thomas Tuchel was at the game. He'll be a fool not to, but we'll see. He might have been there for Madison as well. But look, we're going to leave it there. But big up. Oh, I see Archer as well. Archer's here. Faz Radfar. All y'all, Marshall, Yogi Bear. I didn't say hi to Yogi Bear at all today. How you doing, Yogi Bear? Why spend so much time talking about other channels? I just saw this. Because I'll do whatever I want. What? Am I not allowed to talk about whatever I want? It's weird, Archer. You're a member of the channel, but you don't want me to talk about what I want. It's an interesting way to end the show here. Why do you talk about other channels? Because I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. How about that, Archer? But anyway, good morning, Potato. Hopefully you're doing well. Ended the show on a poopy note. Just remember, don't eat the poop. And those last parts for you. Stay blessed, stay fresh. Up the lads. Come on, you Spurs. Be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else today. And come on. Wait, did I already say come on, you Spurs? Yeah, come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Assuming all the poop that I be pooping, I'm the truth, and I'ma go ahead and do it, cause it's what I gotta do. I like to eat a lot of poop, and you can tell me not to do it. I'ma eat it, bitch, I'm stupid. I be eating hella poopy, I be eating that shit in a bowl with milk like it's fruit.